Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another week of the Platinum Draft League. I am, of course, your host, Monotone Excitement, and we are here to review for our match against Yi Wen and the Kansas City Keltios for Week 9. So, unfortunately, we are coming off against a unfortunate loss against Mr. Dravos. It was a very close game. But if we want a good shot at making playoffs, then we have to make sure that we win these next two matches. So I'm going to try my best to do those. So just like normal, we'll review my team, I'll show you guys what I'm working with, and then we'll hop into a battle later on. Now first off, let's take a look at Mr. Yi Wen's team. So if you've heard me talk about this team before, then you know this is the team that decided to have a little bit of fun this season and draft a joke team. It hasn't worked out for them much since they're currently 0-8. So hopefully we don't make that 1-8 because that will be very unfortunate. But for his team, he has Volcarona, Scizor, Araquanid, Orbeetle, Galvantula, Scyther, Yanmega, Armaldo, Buzzwole, Acelgor, Scolipede, and Mega Beedrill. So of course his team is all bugs, so that he does have that big weakness going for him, but he does have a lot of powerful mons in this team. He has Mega Beedrill with its base 145 speed as well as adaptability to boost its U-turns and poison jabs. Volcarona, which can always be a threat, and it can set up with Quiver Dance, and it gets tons of coverage, including moves like Giga Drain. You have the physical defense of Scizor, who can just sit there, tank some physical hits, and can use healing moves to roost. And then you have, of course, if we look on the side, he has a lot of elements here that can help him out. He has multiple sticky web setters, he has tons of defoggers. He has almost his whole team can do some sort of momentum out. So there's a lot to look at for this team. But obviously, with his entire team being bug, he has a hard time against flying and hard time against rocks, and he has hard time against most hazards. So I think that's mainly what we have to play around with, and that's sort of how I built my team. So the first thing I have on this team is I have my Dragonite. So Dragonite put in some good work like last week, but didn't put in as much as I think it should have, but it still did good, so I'm hoping it can do the same for us this week. I hope you guys didn't see that. Maybe you did. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. It was just an error that just pops up. But yeah. So I decided to run a Blunder Policy set. If you don't know what Blunder Policy does, it is a special item where if you miss an attack because of your accuracy, then your speed will boost by 2 stages, which helps a lot because we have Dragon Rush, which has 75% accuracy, as well as Dual Wing Beat, which has 90. It says it's illegal, but it's not. It just hasn't updated properly. But we also have Fire Punch to help us cover most of our weaknesses as well as take out Scizor, and we have Extreme Speed for those moments where we may not have our Blunder Policy boost and we may need that extra boost of speed to beat something faster like Acelgor or Mega Beedrill. Next up we have our Salazzle. I do think Salazzle will be one of our top players this week because it outspeeds most of his team, except for a few notable exceptions, but Stab Flamethrower does a lot of damage. Plus, we can also poison things with Toxic, which can be a good help for mons like Scizor or Volcarona. We have Sludge Wave just in case for something like Araquanid, who's neutral. Sludge Wave might be a better option because it's stronger. And we have Nasty Plot, because he decides to swap on this, and we can get a setup in. Like if he wants to swap out his Scizor to get in something like Araquanid, and we can set up a Nasty Plot, that will be very good. I decided to run Focus Sash because looking at his team, he has some hazard setters like Almaldo who can set up rocks, but he doesn't have much else except for webs. So I think just having a Sash so I can guarantee live one hit and then get some damage off can be good, especially for something like revenge killing a Mega Beedrill. That could be very useful, but I'm sure that's something he's expecting as well. Next up, we have our Palossand. Palossand is here to be a physical wall this week, which is surprising. Normally I throw this in a special wall position, but looking at Mr. Yuen's team, it looks like we're going to need a physical wall. I decided to run a physical set. I normally run special sets, but with most of his team being bug, I figure Rock Slide will be super strong, so I decided to also run Earthquake just to have that physical ground stab instead of running a special set. We also have Stealth Rock, so we can set up rocks and shore up. The Rindo Berry. This is mainly for 2 Pokemon. If we look back at his team, I have the Rindo Berry for Volcarona because it can get moves like Giga Drain and Solar Beam, and I have it for Galvantula because I know Galvantula likes to run Energy Ball. Plus there's a couple other mons who can run some Grass Stab. I believe a Selgor also gets Energy Balls, so the Rindo Berry is there so we can tank one of those grass hits and we can do some damage back. But yeah, Physical Wall is great because he has most of his mons are physical attackers. The only few exceptions being a Selgor, Orbeetle, Volcarona, and yeah. So I think this Physical Wall will be very useful. Next up, we have the worst Route 1 bird returning for its second and probably the last match of its career. I haven't made much use of this mon. It helped out us a bit during our fight against Mr. IL Kid. I hope we can put the same kind of work in for Mr. Yuen. I'm running a Scarf again because looking at his team, we can outspeed everything, and a Brave Bird can kill pretty much anything. I think I'm going to make it Adamant again. I don't think I need to be Jolly. But yeah, Adamant, Brave Bird, or even if I didn't want to hurt myself because I may be low in health from hazards or whatever, I can go for the Dual Wing Beat instead and still do a lot of damage. But I also have Night Slash and U-Turn for momentum purposes. So yeah, this thing is just going to be here. It's mostly for revenge killing. It can also come in to pressure some things out or scare some things. There's also a chance I can catch him off guard, although I'm pretty sure Yuen might be expecting this, but on something like the Mega Beedrill, if he thinks he can outspeed and U-turn out, I can always catch him off guard, catch him with a nice strong Brave Bird and take him out, so that could be very good for us there. Next we have our Mega Blastoise. I need to do one quick rework because I realized I don't have a hazard remover. Because originally I had Unfezant with Defog, but then I swapped it to a Scarf set, so we're going to have Blastoise be our hazard remover again. So Mega Blastoise here as usual. It's got Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, Toxic, and Rapid Spin. Dark Pulse is mainly there so I can hit Orbeetle effectively if he brings that. Plus it's a better check to Araquanid since Araquanid may have Water Absorb, I believe it gets. So plus it's good because it gives us a flinch chance so we can always try and hack him out, although I never really want battles to resort to that. Hold on, I gotta set this back to a normal Blastoise. There we go. But yeah, then we also have Toxic for things like Araquanid. If I think the Araquanid swap's coming in, I can get a Toxic up so that way I can stop him from keeping that wall up there and then do that. And then the final mon we have is our Weakness Policy Aegislash. Weakness Policy Aegislash is here just to do what it usually does. It tanks a hit in defense form, gets a boost, and then it can Flash Can, it can Shadow Ball, it can Air Slash. It's even better because we have King Shield, so we can weaken down some stronger attacks that may come our way from Pokemon like maybe Buzzwole or Mega Beedrill. For things like Volcarona, we're just going to have to roll and hope. But I think this will be very good for those other attackers. I might balance out these defenses more. Let me do that right now. I'll try to make them even as possible. There we go. So that's what that is. So yeah, that is what the squad is looking like. And I will see you all for the battle. Hello. Alright, we're here. We're back. We're doing another thing. So I'm just about to send the challenge. I have everything locked and loaded in here. Team is all set. No changes have been made. We're gonna see what happens. Because Mr. Yiwen has not claimed to win yet, but he said that he's going to go all in on me, so that's fun. But we'll see. I think I prepped a pretty good team. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta turn game audio off before you get blared with Pokemon music that I'm not picking. Alright, and here we are. So this is the team. So he didn't bring his Cellcore, he said he didn't bring. So originally he said he was going to bring Final Gambit Cellcore in order to get a kill if needed, but it looks like he didn't bring that. So that's positive. He's still got a pretty threatening team. If we take a look at my notes, he has Volk, he has Mega Beedrill, he does not have Galvantula, which is interesting. Oh, he already posted it. He does not have Galvantula. He does have Scizor, he does have Araquanid, and he does have Orbeetle. So he brought Buzzwole instead of Galvantula. Interesting. So looking at his leads here, I want to say his most obvious leads are either Mega Beedrill to get an adaptability U-turn off, or Araquanid to get off webs early. So I think my play is I'm going to lead with Unpheasant, and I'm going to U-turn out, and then if, depending on what he has in, then I can bring in one of my other ones. Or I might just be able to scare him and get a free Brave Bird off. But the Scizor swap seems pretty obvious. But that's where we're going to lead. He does lead Araquanid for webs. Kind of figured that. Alright, so we take a look at Unpheasant against Araquanid. Sticky Web. Brave Bird is a guaranteed OHKO. If Scizor comes in here, probably not the set, but if Scizor comes in, it will tank a hit pretty well, but we can't 2-ko. I think I'm just gonna go for it, honestly. There's a good chance he's sashed just to get the webs off, but I'm gonna go for it. He is not. Ooh, but that's a lot of recoil. Scizor does come out as expected. He might want to go for setup here. I think honestly my best bet is just going to Palo, because Palo can pretty much tank any hit except for maybe a knockoff if he's running knockoff. But I think this is my best bet. Oh, that's a... Ooh, God. God damn. Ooh, lordy. That is a banded knockoff. God damn. Well, Palo's going down. Goodness gracious. Well, we know this thing is going to be slower than me for sure. So I'm going to bring out the Salazzle. I don't think he stays in here. He probably wants to save the Scizor in the back. So I'm going to Nasty Plot. Yeah, he brings out the Volk. Alright, let's see here. Volcarona. Say Bulky Quiver Dance against our Salazzle at +2. Clean Body Swarm. Alright, I know guaranteed I can live one of anything because I have this sash. It looks like Sludge Wave is our best option. I can close these. I don't know why I keep swapping through them. Looks like Sludge Wave is our best option. So that's what I'm gonna click. Oh, it just narrowly avoids the kill. Damn. Yes, I am recording as I see multiple texts talking about a fun topic. That's very cool. Well, Pijo's gonna come in, it's gonna get the kill. I don't think there's a point in me saving this. Oh, I should have saved it. I'm an idiot. I may be an idiot for this. He does get the Fell Stinger boost. That was kind of stupid of me to stay in. So we should be able to tank one of anything with our Dragonite, and we should be able to kill with a dual wing beat. So I think that's the play. Actually, we can kill with Fire Punch too. Fire Punch is safer. Yeah, according to this, depending on his set, Fire Punch should be a guaranteed OHKO. So that's what I'm gonna click. Ah, the poison, really? Damn. Scizor does come in with the Bullet Punch. I'm gonna E-Speed just to get a little bit of chip off there. Alright, so now I think the play is we can bring out our... I know he has knockoff, but he's locked in a Bullet Punch right now. Which means he'll probably have to swap. So I'm gonna bring out the Aegis Slash. And I'm going to click Air Slash probably. Because if a Buzzwole comes out, Air Slash is guaranteed OHKO. If Orbeetle comes out, it does almost half. So yeah, I'm gonna click Air Slash. He does go Buzzwole. Air Slash does get the KO, so that's good. Scizor comes right back out. I know he's clicking knockoff here. This is Scizor with the Choice Band. I should be able to live one in shield form, and then I can do some decent damage with Shadow Ball. So I'm gonna King Shield. It is gonna drop his attack slightly. I don't think it's gonna save us much, but we will be able to get off a nice thing here. Oh wait, we have weakness policy. Oh shit. Ooh, that actually might be very good. Orbeetle is gonna outspeed. Oh, he went for the Calm Mind. That is risky as hell. Oh my god. He is risking a lot right now. I don't think he thought that through, but I don't think he has anything that can kill us. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be one of the shorter matches. Oh, he's already gone. Damn, that was a fun match. It was definitely the shortest match, lasting only 14 turns. I've only been recording for under 10 minutes. So yeah, that was very cool. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So I'm here with Mr. Yuen. Say hello.
Hello, hello.
Alright. So we're here a little bit after our battle because we had some things we gotta do, but we're still here to sort of talk about it and go over what we were planning. So
Absolutely.
I know earlier you said that you were mainly just trying to scare me and you weren't really going for the win.
I mean, I'm always going to try to win a game.
Yeah.
But if I can at least scare somebody that I'm playing, I'm using mono bug. So if I could scare you, then I've done my job. I feel adequately. If I get a win, fantastic. If I just make you go, oh crap, I might lose this game at some point.
Well, you've come close.
I've used it effectively.
You've come close a couple times. I know you've gotten a couple 2-0s, and against me and a few others, you got a couple 3-0s. So you've definitely done some good damage, even with a team of all bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just kind of an off season. Like it's taking a season off without actually taking a season
Yeah, I
off.
get that.
So it's been very fun though.
Yeah, that's very good.
It's been very fun. My plan with this team was to at some point get in Orbeetle on something that I could just set up on.
I see. Yeah.
Run a train through you with. I know you would have want to use maybe like Salazzle or something like that to try to hit it.
Yeah.
Just with any sort of fire attack. So I went with Akaberry. I almost went with the Flying Berry. Just trying to figure out like I don't know which one I want to use because there's so many different berries that I could put on the Orbeetle.
Yeah.
I ended up deciding on Akka. So
yeah, that was probably a safe bet because I had my Salazzle. I also had Fire Punch on Dragonite.
On the D-Knight. Yeah. So I just figured with that one, it's probably the safe bet. Wasn't expecting Palossand, mainly because, and the Rindleberry kind of threw me off. I was like, why would you not run Colberberry on that thing?
I was mainly running Rindleberry because I was expecting to go up against either Giga Drain, Volcarona, or maybe Energy Ball on a Galvantula.
So I didn't want to bring the Galvantula this week because there's just a lot of things that you have that can handle it fairly well, and I liked Araquanid better for getting up webs if I needed webs at any point. I just felt it was a bit different.
Yeah, I figured.
The Scizor.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, talk about your Scizor.
The Scizor was banded. I knew it could live any one hit from Unfazant just fine. And if you Brave Bird me, the recoil is going to put you within range of a bullet punch. So that did well. I wanted to U-turn on your Aegislash at the end, or dual Wing Beat, just to try to get some chip off. I didn't necessarily want to knock off at -1 with the choice band, but I also didn't want to just switch raw into the Orbeetle because I knew you were going to King Shield there. It kind of has to.
Yeah, I get that.
So.
Yeah, I get that.
So I didn't necessarily want to hit you, but giving you the weakness policy at the end there kind of boned me a bit because just seeing how little you did how much you did. I guess no, I'm gonna say how little you did with a +2 Shadow Ball to an Orbeetle.
Yeah.
At +1, like you only did 75%.
Yeah, and then you could have just set up and calm minded all over me.
I could have just kept setting up in front of you. I'm like, all right, now he can't kill me.
Yeah.
So, no, I had the Fell Stinger on the Mega Beedrill. I was like, okay, perfect. I was like, because I was looking at whenever I get Salazzle down to Focus Sash, which surprised me. I was expecting a Scarf to try to outspeed maybe the Beedrill or potentially outspeeding a Excelgor. Maybe you brought that for the Excelgor.
I was considering Scarf at one point, but then I looked at your team and realized there's only a few things faster, and I figured I'd just go for the Sash.
Sure. And I respect it. I did bring Psychic on the Volcarona. I forewent because I wanted to have some form of hazard removal.
Yeah.
On this team. And I was like, Defog works. I don't necessarily need Bug Buzz this week because nothing on your team is like going to take a lot from a Bug Buzz. Most of the stuff you're going to have is either Fiery Dance will do enough, and on things that I don't want to hit with Fiery Dance, like a Dragonite or a Salazzle, Psychic will do more than enough damage there. Even with the Blastoise, I was like, Psychic will do a fine amount of damage.
Yeah.
So I went with that instead of bringing dual stab like I probably normally would and probably should sometimes. But it was. I didn't know. Scarf Buzzwole, by the way, was my answer to D Knight.
I see that.
And potentially, yeah. And I was just like, okay, I can get some damage off. But I wasn't expecting the Air Slash on the Aegis Slash. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was just rolling through moves, wondering what I should pick, and I saw it had Air Slash in its disposal. I figured I'd throw it on there, and sure enough, it helped out really well when I was predicting the Scissor swap.
Yeah. Definitely solid there. But I didn't necessarily want to. I mean, throwing away the Buzzwole, I think at that point was the most expendable mon. I knew because I didn't necessarily think bringing in. I didn't know what kind of set your Aegis Slash was, and so I was like, okay. So I'll click Air Slash, like, okay, it's special, so Orbeetle could probably take something. But I didn't know if it was specs, because if it was specs, I didn't want to bring out Orbeetle and start to try to set up. Hindsight, probably should have, because it wouldn't have mattered. Hindsight's always 2020 though. But in that moment, once you kill the Buzzwole there, I think the smart move would have been to just bring out the Orbeetle, click Calm Mind, and then just click Iron Defense. Because I saw that you didn't have Lipard. And I was thinking to myself, he's not going to bring Lipard. Why would you bring Lipard?
Against the team of all bugs.
Against the team of all bug types. He's not bringing Lipard. So the only attacking move I had on the Orbeetle was Stored Power. I thought it was sick. I brought Iron Defense, Calm Mind, Stored Power, and Recover. So I was like, okay, we can work with this.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get a chance to use it though. But Infizzent I saw was a problem, but I was like, Scizor can live any hit, even if it wants to bring, Heat Wave. I still live that, which is great. Barring a crit, obviously, but
yeah,
you always have to be worried about a crit with that thing. But Bullet Punch was always going to put you within range of anything, really, of recoil. I would have just sacked something else to let you kill yourself to recoil. I was really hoping that the Poison Jab at +3 would do a bit more to the D-Knight, but you had a lot of HP investment.
I was very bulky.
And had you not had, you were very bulky, and had you not been very bulky, you probably just lost right there.
Well, because as you can probably see, my original plan with the D-Knight was to go for a miss with a blunder policy move and then just go through your team like that.
Try to, I mean, it's a bold strategy there for sure, but a +3 without, I think if you just have like 200 HP EVs, I think you're dead. Because you were on what, like 7%, 8%, something minuscule.
Yeah,
like that.
I was pretty low.
You were bleeding.
Yeah, it was.
I was amazed at how much. I was expecting to only do like 60%. I saw that I almost killed. I was like, that's either not a fat Dragonite or Beedrill's a god, and I just didn't realize.
Yeah, I mean it.
Turns out Beedrill's a god.
Yeah, I mean it was adaptability boosted stab.
Yeah, adaptability boosted. I was running Adamant as well. I believe I was.
Yeah,
Adamant.
You're Adamant max attack.
Because I could outspeed Salazzle.
Yeah, honestly, if it wasn't for the multi-skill, you probably could have swept me there.
Yeah, honestly, because I had knockoff. No, I didn't have. Yeah, I had knockoff. You turn Poison Jab, Fell Stinger. I think it kills everything on your team.
I was honest.
I don't think you have anything that can live a +3 hit.
Yeah. I was honestly worried you would have Drill Run for things like Salazzle and Aegis Slash.
No, the reason why I didn't bring anything for Salazzle specifically on the Mega Beedrill is because Salazzle's defense is pathetic. And knockoff will probably still kill if I get that Fell Stinger off. And with the Aegis Slash, knockoff again will kill you at +3. Probably even at +2 after the King Shield. Even if you're in your defensive stance, it still probably kills you.
There's a good chance.
So, and let me look at how much your defense. Yeah, you had some defensive.
Yeah, I was mixed defensive.
Mixed defensive, so solid stats. I figured with the Volcarona, I was like, if he clicks, after you nasty plotted to my face, I was like, you're a bold man there.
Well, I figured.
Very brave.
I forget. What was I in on? I think I was in on
Arachnid, I believe. No.
No.
What were you in on?
I think it was Scizor. Maybe?
Scizor, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because
right.
I figured you were locked into knockoff. You probably didn't want to get O-code, so I just nasty plotted, waited for the swap.
Yeah. Went out to Volcarona. After I saw the nasty plot, though, I was like, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I can go into Beedrill and Felstinger here. Because why would you preserve a Salazzle on 1%?
Yeah.
So I don't know what you were expecting me to do that turn. Maybe you turn into something or just kill you.
I was just expecting you to just come in and kill. I forgot about the Felstinger play.
Felstinger is such a secret little trick that thing can do. Not a lot of people are always prepared for it, but you know, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to bust that every now and then.
It's very fun.
Oh.
Alright, well.
It was a fun
fight,
it
was a very fun
You didn't 6-0 me, which talking all this trash, like I'm a 6-0, you went, no, you're not. You're not.
Well, thank you for...
Turns out I
Sorry, go on.
Turns out it was a lot closer than... turns out it was a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah, it was...
Had I played things a bit differently, I might have been able to win. I'm not saying I would have, but I might have.
There was a greater chance if things were different.
Yeah. Once you know somebody's sets, it makes things a lot easier. But
yeah, thank you so much for...
Well, this was fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this little convo here.
Absolutely, man. Anytime.
Alright, I'll see you around.
Take care.
Bye. Okay, there he goes. So that was that match. So obviously the whole bug team, he did put in some good work. He did get pretty close. If it wasn't for the sets we brought, we had much less of a chance, but luckily I prepped well. So if we take a look at our rankings here, as you can see, currently we are 5th in the league with 5-4 and a positive 8 differential, which at this point almost guarantee. Actually, it doesn't even almost guarantees us, it actually guarantees us for playoffs. Because even if we were to lose 6-0 in the next week, that would put us at 5-5 with a +2 differential. And then if the 9th place, which is Pacific Panchans, were to 6-0, that would put them at 5-5 with 1, we would still be above them. So yeah, we're basically guaranteed for playoffs, which makes me so happy. This is the first season out of the 3 that I'm actually making playoffs. So it's very good. If you don't know, season 1 I came super close to playoffs, but I was knocked out on the last week, and then the second season I did very poorly. But who knows, I might take a look at those seasons afterwards and I might show you guys what I was doing in those other seasons. But yeah, so we are making playoffs, which is very good, but of course that doesn't mean we're going to let our week 10 opponent have any sort of break. We're still going to fight them just as if we weren't making playoffs. Also, thanks to that match, taking a look at the kill leaders, our boy Aegislash is super close to cracking the top 10. We are 11th now, thanks to picking up those 3 kills this week against the Buzzwole, the Scizor, and the Orbeetle. So I'm hoping for next week we can have Aegislash put in a little extra work, try and get it to crack those top 10, hopefully. That's the plan. But yeah, looking at our schedule for the last week, we are fighting our final opponent, which is the Duval Delibirds, right here. So we take a look at Mr. Siren and the Duval Delibirds. They have some very scary components to the team. There's the Mega Metachan with its pure power, who can do devastating physical hits. There is the scary Heatran with its Fire Steel combo that can do a lot of damage. Inteleon, which clocks in at a nice base 120 speed. Haxorus, which can be a nice sweeper for the end game. Snorlax, which is super bulky. So there's a lot of good elements to this team. So we're gonna have to take a look. Like I said, I want Aegislash to put in a little extra work in its final week, and I think it might be able to do that. I have some plans in which H/ can do a lot of damage, and we're prepping so H/ can hopefully put in a couple extra numbers so it can make it into that top 10. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this episode. So obviously after week 10 we'll have at least one more battle, and depending how we play in Fairy and Playoffs, we'll see. Actually, we can look at Playoffs right now because it's still unhidden. So as you can see, how Playoffs are lined up is it goes opposite order. So first place will fight 8th place, second place will fight 7th place, so on so on. Right now we are up to fight the Book Cavaliers, who are in 4th place, which if you remember, we fought the Buka Cavaliers in an earlier week. Which week was it? It was week 3 we fought the Buka Cavaliers, and we unfortunately lost them 3-0. So if we play them again, we'll have to make sure we correct our mistakes from last time, including the Lipard who led to our demise. But we'll see, because he's also changed his team since then. I think he's changed around a few different mons, so we'll have to take a look and see, and we'll have to prep a new team. We'll have to fix our mistakes from last time, and hopefully we'll be able to come out on top. But who knows? It looks like the Kamikaze Carpings are setting up to go for a perfect record as long as they can beat next week's opponent, and they'll just go hopefully all the way to finals. So yeah, we'll see what's left for us. So it looks like we are going to have a couple more weeks afterwards, so that's going to be good. But yeah, we'll keep in touch. What am I saying? Let me know in the comments if or if not you want to see me go over my past teams, because I could end up doing that. I'm definitely going to end up going back and doing sort of a post-season recap where I sort of look at my teams, see what I did good, what I did poorly, and what sort of things I want to keep my eye on for next time. Because I think that doing that and making notes for myself now, especially in recording where I can have it stored away on my YouTube channel, and doing that will be very good for me in the next season, whenever that will be. Because we do an off season, so that will happen. It's just a little for fun thing that we're going to do, and then we'll hop back into actual prey, probably not until I want to say the new year in 2021, but we'll have to see what happens with the off season. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching the series. I really appreciate all the support that you guys drop me in the comments, and even if you just sit there quietly viewing, I appreciate that too. So yeah, I will see you all for week 10.